Happy to connect with you live broadcast on this web satsang. As many of us connect together on Tuesday evenings, we have the supreme light of the supreme love meditation, where we align through a very special sacred meditation that flows through the eyes. Now, and before we do that, I usually speak a little bit. And this web satsang, there will not be a transmission through the eyes, as that is only sent live. Instead, we're going to speak of some subjects that might be interesting to you, that will help you to align into that presence in your heart, that which we call the light within, the supreme light. Supreme meaning there is no higher, there is no opposite, there is a light. And a light, we can call it also a seeing. Oh, let me just see here. Talking about seeing. Yes. I needed to see if we had a sound before I go into this further. All right. So the light within can be also referred to as an awareness, right? Something you put light on something. Even the expression enlightenment, what does that mean? To put light on what is there. When the brain and the heart is fully connected into a higher consciousness that we all have within, we just need to tap into it. And for that, we can't do it on our own effort. That whole process is connecting into a power that is outside the mind's capacity, right? So, before we can go into those higher states of consciousness, where our brain and our consciousness is putting light on everything, every moment. It's like a death to that moment and a birth to the next moment, right? So we are all on this path to discover that process of revealing who we are, right? So, to prepare for that, we can go and listen to any teacher or any path of our choice. It's truly like if there are 7 billion people on the planet, there are 7 billion different ways, different paths between our heart and brain. The important thing is that you start tapping into that power, what we can call grace. It is something that is given to us. So, then you say, well, why even do anything if it's only a gift and I don't know the giver, so nothing from me then. No. That's why we're here right now, getting to know the giver in you. Isn't that interesting? That if there are 7 billion people on the planet, everybody has their own giver inside. That giver is coming from that one consciousness. This is not such hard math, really. It is one unified field. This unified field is connecting us all. And we are just sticking our head into that. So each one of us will have our own journey in this, at our own speed. We are connected from this presence that was here before this body was made. Even science today is discovering, since a few years back, that there was a light coming as the heart was being made, as the embryo was being made. So science catching up. We don't want to wait for that. We just go for the experience, but I believe that there is scientific proof coming soon. However, let's just go for the experience to get to know that giver of light, right? In your personal way. That giver is a personal connection. So, one person cannot tell another how it is. How is the right way? You can follow me, everybody, follow me. I know the way. Well, we're very happy when someone finds their way, because that person, that being, can influence the surrounding, because that will be a very happy human being. Has found the giver, knows how to navigate life with that consciousness, moving closer and closer, right? It's beautiful. But the times of following, making a religion out of something, that time is a little outdated, isn't it? It seems people are a little tired of it, or if they're really convinced that my path is the right one and I'm just going to tell everybody you're all wrong, somehow there's something a little off with that, isn't it? And it seems in our world that that's the root cause of our problems. So when you connecting to someone who is accessing grace, like the Tuesday evenings and many others are also starting to give this now, the supreme light, supreme love meditation. It signifies, it describes where it's coming from, helping the receiver's brain to perceive the giver inside. So simple math, huh? It's not so difficult. And you don't have to leave the path that you're on. It is more important to make the path that you are on alive for you. So we're going to do some processes, some guided processes here on this satsang. And also to share with you some things that could be interesting and helpful on this path of connecting into the supreme light. Like, how do I deal with the hindrances, the challenges that comes in my life? That is valuable to have knowledge of, from the perception of the supreme light, the witness, the awareness inside you, the one that loves you. Truly what we've been looking for is right there. So we're going to also take a look at what is standing in the way. It is some kind of wall between us human beings and this consciousness of love, a supreme love, unconditional love. It's hard to imagine as the human consciousness is right now. But as you connect to that giver inside you, you start becoming interested in being in that presence. And if that has caught your attention, and you really want to go deeper, perhaps you're already way on your way in this path, you want to go deeper, then it is very helpful to also do some processes of meeting challenges. So we're definitely going to move into that. Actually, I found on my own journey that if it wasn't for meeting challenges, there would have been no growth at all. There would have been no happiness for no reason. Because, as we come into this world, we see, as we start awaken into, that there is a power within. You start seeing that who we are is nothing but experiences of the past that has been wired into our brain. That is then projecting our reality. Each individual on this planet, same. So everyone is really having their own universal perception of the world. Like we're all wearing glasses. Now, collectively, we put those kind of belief systems that we each have individually, and it forms an energy field that is very powerful. And that which is called the mind can influence this collective consciousness that is really holding a freeing of the prison we are inside. So we're gonna take a closer look at that mind. We're gonna take a closer look at what is happening inside you. And if you tune in on Tuesday evenings with me, you have heard me say this a million times, that a Vipassana meditation, which we're going to do here today, is very helpful to move into and meeting those challenges that can come up in your life. It is probably the easiest meditation you have ever done in your life. And the most profound one. Any growth in consciousness, any expansion in consciousness, we need to have the courage and the ability to not be afraid to meet challenges. So, when you have a challenge, something in your life you're like, oh, be just a little excited about it. I learned this many years ago. There is a little excitement because now it means I'm about to be free of something that has been holding me in some kind of locked-in jail in the brain. As you learn to depend on this presence that we're soon going to strengthen, we can call it the light, the divine presence inside, God, if you want to call it that. It is a sacred platform inside. As we learn to depend on that as our remedy for any problem to be solved, you can start to see where we're going, right? It's pretty awesome. Can you imagine? Like living such a life? What if enough people started to discover the giver inside? Like, you have a problem. Oh, what to do? Well, of course, you do what you can with the abilities the gifts you have. Then, if the problem's still not solved, what do? You do a Vipassana. You sit down, you have some kind of sacred place, you go within, and you call upon that presence, and you start asking for help. Not only do you receive help, your understanding, your sense of clarity over this life will enhance with 1,000%. If you were to do this every day, you would see literally your life changing day by day. See, a Vipassana is not something you just sit, oh, okay, 7 minutes gone. No. It is one of the most exciting things you could ever do. Are you a person that don't have the answers to all the questions? You're like, I can see someone say, yes. Well, congratulations. It is such a relief of a burden to carry, to have to solve all problems in the world with this limited intellect that we have. It's not that we're going to lose the mind, of the intellect. It's just that there is a grand power within us we can call love. It's not the kind of love that we are maybe used to as human beings. An emotion that comes and goes depending on who is around, right? No, it's an actual state of consciousness, a platform inside, always there. Like, from there, the light emerges, the light of seeing, the awareness, the intelligence comes. Don't you want to have that as a fuel for the mind, the intellect? See, the intellect is so interesting. You can learn languages, you can learn physics, chemistry, you can learn all these wonderful things. There's so much to learn. If you're alive, well, you must be, if you're listening to this. If you're alive on this planet, there's a never-ending learning about things. It's a wonderful, magical place to be in. So, if you are connected into the supreme consciousness within, you allow that supreme intelligence to flow through your intellect, to flow through the brain, so that you can discover the joy of learning, the joy of using the intellect that way, to discover ways that would enhance our world, that could make this a better place. Do you want to help in that? To move into a time era where we are heading right now, where we can live happily on this planet. It seems like we're heading towards coming to that conclusion that we need that if we are to survive. To move into that which we call a oneness consciousness. Not in some kind of philosophical way, but in a real way. We don't have to wait for the leaders of this world to figure it out. You and I can start by being happy in this world. A happy human being is not a problem to anybody else. To be a happy human being, we need to be able to not be afraid to meet challenges, right? To meet any kind of problem that comes. Not to stick our head in the sand and hoping it will go away one day. These are the times that we need to be a little brave, right? To muster up that little courage we have, whatever courage you can muster up, that supreme intelligence will recognize that you have that little courage, and it will come and enhance it. And today we're going to do processes for that too. And we're going to use a technology of consciousness, an ancient technology of consciousness with sacred sounds. And there are certain sounds that is actually very good for this process of connecting into our conscious state that we're in right now. Most of us are in this regular beta state, right? We are conscious. We are listening and we are talking. And we are like, okay, referring to our lives, whatever was happening now for you. And we are interested in this consciousness that we are speaking about, right? That is like slowing down our brain waves. And the ancient traditions, they knew about this. And they developed this technology of consciousness called mantras or sacred sounds. And this was given from generation to generation. We can utilize that. We can use that. So we're going to use a special mantra for giving courage. And hopefully I also figure out a way to record this so that you can play it back and you can go to the parts where there's mantras and you can learn it. The easiest way to learn a mantra, that is by just listening to it. And as you listen to it, you start sounding along with it. That's how the ancient times they learned it. You don't have to know how it spells, right? It's a sound, it's a sacred sound. And this will take us from the beta state of our consciousness into lower states, passing our subconscious of the alpha state, going down into the theta state, and hopefully down into the delta state, where our supreme light, our supreme love is vibrating in. It's all an inside job. So you can say that the mantra or the sacred sounds is like a boat, like a ferry, a vehicle that will take you into that supreme consciousness. So you can use it like that. I'm very excited about that. It's a very easy thing if you are new to meditation, and if you have a very busy mind, and even if Vipassana is hard for you, then you can try to move along in the processes with the Bija Mantras are the easiest. We'll be doing some Bija Mantras today because it's really easy if you're new to this. So Bija, that means seed. Like a seed you plant in the ground, that seed carries the whole plant, right? But it's in the compact. And so is these sounds. So let's begin with the guided meditations. You can close your eyes. And just connect into your physical body. Feel the feet touching the floor. The legs. Relax. Your hips, your buttocks. Relax. Your back and spine. Feel it's getting heavy and relaxed. Your stomach, your whole belly. Relax. Your chest and shoulders, relax. Your arms and hands and fingers, relax. Feel how the body is getting heavy and relaxed, and be aware of the different body parts. Your neck and throat, relax. Your whole head, your skull, and your face. Relax. See how the breathing is moving in and out by itself. You don't have to change your breathing. You don't have to change anything. Just allow the body to breathe the way it wants to breathe. And just relax the body. What you're doing right now is that simple meditation called the Vipassana. And this you could do every day. If you were to do it for 7 minutes or more, it would benefit your brain-heart connection very much. As every 7 minutes there is a gap in the brain waves that it opens up to the subconscious, the unconscious currents in your consciousness. So it's beneficial if you were to sit at least 7 minutes to just be with whatever is happening. It opens up the inner world. Your thoughts, feelings, sensations, whatever is happening inside you right now. Now, of course, this will be different every time you do a Vipassana, isn't it? Every time it will be something different. And you don't have to be in a certain mood or a certain feeling, certain way. You just close the eyes and be aware of the different body parts and relax the body parts as you become aware of them. And then finally the breathing, and you follow along. Now you can also put a focus in your heart region. In the heart region it's most easy to connecting to that supreme light of the supreme love inside you, that essence of your true nature. As humanity, we are starting to become interested in this presence that connects us, that makes us feel that loving peace of beingness. Each one of us connects in our own way, and through Vipassana it's very easy, as you still the body, to just put a focus inside your heart. So the first process we're going to do will be to enhance that power of presence inside. Your personal connection to the light within you. You can take an intention, or you can do a prayer, whichever is natural for you. You can talk to this presence, you can relate to it in your own way. However you relate to this presence, or if you never, then you can ask to be connected into this. As you listen to, or you can sing along if you know it, this mantra, it's an energy transmission between your brain and your heart, connecting into a deeper consciousness within you. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Samhita Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Samhita Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Samhita Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Samhita Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Shri Bhagavati Samhita Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Shri Bhagavati Samhita. Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Om. And stay with your eyes closed. And give gratitude to that sacred presence inside your heart. As you give gratitude, it is like giving a fertilizer on that seed that is planted in your heart. It stays with you. It grows with you. It enjoys being there, growing day by day. And as you sit down on a vipassana, you can listen to a mantra, you can sing a mantra. It enhances the brain. It encourages the brain to slow down a little bit. So you can start experiencing the deeper states of consciousness that is available inside of you. So that eventually you reach that giver inside. Now, keep your eyes closed. And with a focus in the heart, you ask for a blessing from your presence of the divine in your heart, the light within you. Relate to it in your own way and say, please be with me, bless me to be able to meet hindrances. Be with me in this process, to be brave, to not run away from problems in my life. If there's something I need to face, give me the gift of being brave and having courage. You can ask that in your own way. And maybe there is a situation in your life right now where you sure could use some of that courage. Then you can see that situation. See it now. Or maybe it's a relationship where you feel, I could sure use some courage in this relationship. To speak my truth. To be able to meet the challenge that is there. Maybe it's your work. Anything. And receive a blessing. You can also sing along as you hear this Bija Mantra. You're free to sing along with it. A blessing for courage and strength and protection. Om Dum Durgaye Namaha. 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 Durgaye Namaha. Om Num 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 Durgaye Namaha. Om. And stay with your eyes closed, and in your own way give gratitude. Give gratitude to that presence inside you who is the giver of courage, the giver of protection, the giver of that strength to help you grow in life, to expand in your consciousness, to enhance in your faith and trust in that presence inside you, to develop a strong bond with it in your own way. Give gratitude that this is given you. Now, usually hindrances and obstacles, it comes in our lives because we have not cleared our path, our past. We are carrying hurts of our past. So the next blessing we're going to move into, the next energy transmission of sacred sounds, will be that of seeking forgiveness. Forgiveness will help you to let go of the hurts of the past. We are carrying it around like some precious property we don't want to let go of. But it burdens us. And in every new relationship, the old hurts start coming up. Don't you want to let go of the past, to start experiencing the now? This is a very powerful process of seeking forgiveness. It is probably the most powerful process you will do. And there is a part of our mind, a part of our ego. If you look inside, there seems to be someone in there controlling things, right? That you feel that it's you. Like you have some kind of sense of identity, isn't it? This is a false identification. Nevertheless, it is there. If it is there, you have to look at it. That is your reality. It is so. That is the false I, that which we can call the ego. It is the controller of things. The controller is actually coming out of a biological situation in the brain. The sensory organs are coordinated in such a way that it appears that this controller is there. So it's nobody's fault. It's not something you can undo. It just appears to be like that. You know, just like if you were to look at a movie, it's really lots of many different pictures, and you run them really fast and it looks like a person is moving there. It's actually nobody there, is it? I mean, you could go up there as a screen. There's nobody there moving, but it appears like that. So why are you going to change that? You don't have to change it. But it's very interesting to see this false identification of this ego, or this sense of the controller, like if somebody's trying to control everything. It's actually kind of funny. But if you start becoming interested in, you know, why am I doing Vipassana? I want to take a look at this controller thing. Because it is taking our energy if we don't see it. If you start looking at it, you start like, I want to take a look at this. It won't bother you. You know, it's like a thief. A thief or a burglar will only take things if you look away. So, we're going to be looking. And this little rascal, this apparent sense of self, we're not going to argue with it. We're just going to see it. But this one is most often responsible for carrying the inability to forgive and the inability to reach that deeper consciousness to access forgiveness, because we've been so hurt. So there is a special mantra, a special sacred sound just for this. If it's not possible for you to forgive, there might be this part of the ego that is hindering this. So this is a specialized mantra for this, to help forgive if it is the ego. It might not be the ego in all cases, but sometimes it is. Like the sense of pride. Like, well, why should I forgive this person? You know, if that kind of thing. You feel hurt, you cannot forgive because of the ego. If you have such a situation and you really like, well, you realize I'm the one paying for this. You know, this person is happy out there living his life, and here I am carrying this burden around. Are you ready to let go? If you are, then this mantra is very powerful. So, if you have such a situation, if you have such a relationship where you really seek to forgive, to let go of the control of the ego inside, just like, I surrender. The white flag is up. I just want to be happy, for crying out loud. Let me just be happy. I am willing to do what it takes. Good for you. Then you brought the warrior up. Trying to inspire you. We're going to do this. It's a very, very powerful Bija Mantra. It appeared in a very sacred process. I have a very special relationship to this, as I was one of those who was holding on to a past hurt. And it was that sense of controller, like, I thought, why should I forgive this person? And then I came to that realization, and at that moment this mantra appeared in a very sacred process down in India. Every time singing this brings me back to this humbleness and a joy of seeing this false identification inside. Such a joy. How can we change it? We cannot. A joy comes. You're welcome to sing along with me or just listen. Just be truthful inside you. Just be who you are. Allow the divine to give the state of forgiveness to you. Om Shri Ahankara Vinashanaya Namaha. 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 Om. And stay with your eyes closed and give gratitude to your sacred presence inside, who's given the forgiveness to you, who's overriding the sense of the separate self, the ego, the controller, by seeing it, by accepting whatever truth is there. Your inner supreme friend who's there to help anytime you ask for that help. So, you can still keep your eyes closed and you can see, is there something that you want in your life? Something you love to have manifested in your life? Oh, I just wish this could happen to me. Is it something? You can see it as if it's happening right now. You can direct a prayer or talk to your supreme essence in your heart, your supreme friend, the one that loves you, the divine mother, divine father inside your heart. We are actually taken care of just like that. Like we have a supreme divine mother, divine father who looks after us, who is preparing our way. And as we call upon this presence every day, in our own way, it starts opening portals in your life of opportunities. That which we call miracles starts happening. It's simply accessing higher laws of consciousness. When we step out of that illusion of being separate from this grand presence of now and here, letting go of the programs of the past, the conditionings of the past, and we're becoming interested. We are like falling in love with this presence inside. that becomes our priority. Like, I just love being with this presence every day. I just can't have enough. If you are starting to tap into that, it is discovering your own path between your brain and your heart. Your brain is becoming interested in a presence that is outside the mind's capacity. Before, maybe the brain is like a processing machine, and it's just creating the picture of reality that is given. And if it's connected into the mind, then it's living and projecting an image from the mind. And you are living the life of the mind, which is past conditioning, past programmings, past belief systems, repeating itself like a never-ending movie, the same movie, same ending. And you're thinking it's going to have a new ending. Same. Now, you realize there is a way out of this jail. And it's in your own heart. You no longer have to look outside and keep looking to find a solution to all my problems. It is like the man looking for his hat that is on the head already. So, your heart has all the answers to all your questions. There is the remedy. So you will start falling in love with this supreme friend, the giver of what you need. And you start trusting the process of having the courage to meet challenges, because through meeting that, the challenges in your life, you will grow in your consciousness, right? So everything is given for you. So now, do you want to ask something from the Supreme Presence in your heart? See it as if it's already happening, like it's like that right now is given to you. Take one thing and see yourself emerged into this is how it is, right? And receive this blessing through this sacred mantra. Shri Mai Chinmai Karunamai Amma Shri Mai Chinmai Karunamai Amma Shri Amma Bhagavati Padmavati Shri Amma Bhagavati Padmavati Shri Mai Chinmai Karunamai Amma Shri Mai Chinmai Karunamai Amma Shri Amma Bhagavati Padmavati Shri Amma Bhagavati Padmavati Shri Mai Chinmai Karunamai Amma Shri Mai Chinmai Karunamai Amma Shri Amma Bhagavati Padmavati Shri Amma Bhagavati Padmavati Shri Mai Chinmai Karunamai Amma Shri Mai Chinmai Karunamai Amma Shri Amma Bhagavati Padmavati Shri Amma Bhagavati Padmavati Shri Amma Bhagavati Padmavati Om. And you stay with your eyes closed and give gratitude to that presence inside, the giver inside. And if you want, you can make a commitment, or you can say, I want to spend time with this presence every day. In my own way, maybe sing some songs, listen to some mantras, just breathing, do a vipassana. Do something that you enjoy, between you and your divine, between you and your God, if you want to call it, or you and the Supreme Friend, the Supreme Love, the Supreme Light. You call it in your own way. You will, if you start doing this every day, you will develop a very strong bond to this presence. It will be very helpful for you. If you are in a situation where you need help, your brain will remember this and will call upon that presence when you need it. Also, if somebody close to you maybe needs help, your brain will remember it and call upon that presence. If you were to do a vipassana every day for 21 days, the brain has formed a new neural pathways. It has learned something, so it will become automatic. Do it every day, 21 days, and you can do any processes with it. You can also listen to a guided vipassana. It's on my website, AnetteCarlstrom.com, a 21-minute guided vipassana. You can do that, or you can listen to some music, or just have silent. You do it your way. Now, is there someone in your life that you feel could use some help? Maybe someone you want to pray for, someone you care for, and you want to help that person. You can, when you do a vipassana, let's say you sit 7 minutes, you can always bring in someone in your heart and pray for them. How you do it, you bring them into your heart at the end of the vipassana, and you just see them sitting there in the heart. You're already there with the presence of your light. So you see that light entering into that person. You pray to your divine in your light, the light in your heart. Please bless this person. That person will receive that blessing in their own way. It will go like an email to their sacred higher self. Their sacred higher self will open that email and say, oh, maybe that was exactly what was needed. Some strength, some help. And as we help each other, we are also growing in our own consciousness, and our own bond with the presence inside is enhanced. So take this opportunity now. Is there someone that you want to pray for? Someone that you feel for in your heart is having a difficult time? You invite them into your heart. There, in the presence of your Supreme Light, you ask your Supreme Light, please help this person. And allow the light to enter into that person, into every part of that being's person, every cell in that person. And for this blessing and this transmission, you can also bring more people than one. There might be more people that you want to invite into your heart now, that you feel you want a blessing for. A blessing given from your heart. So invite anybody you want into your heart. Maybe your whole city fits into your heart. You can invite your whole city in there. Maybe even your whole country fits in there. See, if you have blessed your city, your country, maybe the whole world fits in there. No matter where you go in this world, you will feel blessed because you have blessed that world. Take this opportunity and see whatever fills your heart, whatever fits into your heart. Allow for that to be blessed. as you are blessed many times over. That which you give out from your heart comes back to you, but many times over. See your heart filled with golden liquid light of a blessing from your divine. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. And stay with your eyes closed and give gratitude to the presence inside your heart, however you experience that. Allow the light in your heart to shine in this world. Whatever you give from your heart, it comes right back to you, but many times over. Speak with kindness, act with kindness, whenever possible. Carry yourself as soft as a feather, lightly in this world. Ask for grace, ask for blessings, for light to be given in your life and in your families and friends and this world's life. You have that power to affect the world, to affect the collective consciousness of our world. And after you feel complete in your gratitude, you open the eyes in your own time. I am so happy to be holding these web satsangs. We'll have different subjects. It's usually once a month or something like that. It's coming. To connect and to travel and grow together, deeper and deeper, as this world is shifting and changing, we change and shift and grow with it, isn't it? So, I welcome you to join. Also, I have a community of light on Telegram Messenger. If you have a smartphone, then you can download this free app called Telegram Messenger, and then you can look for Happy Life Community of Light. I would love to have you there, and you can share your happiness, your love, your light, and we keep growing together. Very happy to be with you. Thank you. Namaste.